gold standard is set in the Golden State. It's the $5 million LA Poker Classic tonight on the World Poker Tour.
The World Poker Tour is a series of international poker tournaments featuring the biggest games.
Oh my God, I'm alive!
The greatest players and the largest payouts on the planet. In Los Angeles, 6 players battle over $5 million. It's a heavenly payout in the City of Angels. Tonight on the World Poker Tour.
Hi everyone, welcome to the World Poker Tour. I'm Mike Sexton along with Vince Van Patten, and we're at the West Coast richest tournament, the Commerce Casino's LA Poker Classic.
And Mike, it is only fitting that a tournament this important is played in the largest poker room in the world, bar none.
Nobody wanted to miss this tournament, Vince. A record field of 538 players forked out $10,000 each to enter, and that created another WPT prize pool of over $5 million.
I mean, we are talking massive money here. The winner is going to take home close to $2 million. The second place finisher, over $900,000.
It's incredible, a huge tournament with huge payouts, but only one will take home $1.8 million, a coveted WPT title, and get that $25,000 entry into the WPT Championship, which could earn them millions more.
That's right, but let's not forget that the winner of this event, the last 2 seasons, they have gone on to great poker stardom.
Oh, you're right about that, Vince. Gus Hansen and Antonio Esfandiari are household names in the poker world. Let's see which one of these 6 players are going to join them tonight.
Let's go down to the fell. Let's meet the players.
Let's do it.
In seat number 6 is a 41-year-old professional player out of California, Harley Hall. Harley's on the short stack tonight, and he's got his work cut out for him.
In seat 4 is Hung Law from Southern California. Hung placed 5th earlier this season at the WPT Doyle Brunson North American Championship, and he's hoping his $325,000 in chips will carry him to a WPT title tonight.
Next is a 29-year-old professional sports bettor, Haralabos Vulgaris. This young gun has $710,000 in chips, along with that snazzy new suit.
In seat number 1 is 2-time WPT finalist Ted Forrest. Ted is a Las Vegas professional player. He's one of the best in the business, and it's always fun to watch Ted play poker.
Second in chips with $1,140,000, the reigning WPT Player of the Year, Eric Lindgren. Now, a win tonight would give Eric his 3rd World Poker Tour title, and he's just 28 years old. Just amazing.
And our chip leader, with nearly $2.2 million in chips, is 24-year-old Michael the Grinder Mizrachi. This young pro from Hollywood, Florida, is making his 2nd consecutive final table appearance on the World Poker Tour and is looking to make $2 million in 2 weeks' time. He's back again this week as chip leader.
Yep.
He's on a roll.
Yep.
He's my pick to win tonight, the Grinder.
The heavy favorite once again. Note. Okay, I'm going to go with Haralabos Vulgaris for the price, because I just like saying his name.
You do it well.
Let's find out who's going to win this. Let's go to the table.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the LA Poker Classic. Shuffle up and deal.
So here we go, the LA Poker Classic about to get underway. We started 4 days ago with 538 players. We are down to our final 6.
And what a group of hopefuls we have in front of us.
Experienced poker veterans, youngsters, 3 guys in their 20s, 3 guys in their 40s.
The winner's going to take home that whopping $1,860,000.
Here we go.
Well, the cards are flying. Ted Forrest looking at his hand first at the 5-3 of spades. He throws it away.
Michael the Grinder quickly folds.
Now it is on the American Idol, Eric Lindgren. He's got ace-6 of clubs.
60.
And he is going up to $60,000.
Eric going for his 3rd WPT title tonight, raising it.
Hung Law quickly going out.
Haralabos in the small blind.
Doesn't want the action. He goes out. Now it's on Harley Hall. Everyone's playing tight, and just like that, Eric Lindgren taking the first pot.
There you go, taking the right step toward that 3rd WPT title.
He was in a nice position, picks up a couple nice big cards.
Well, there are millions of dollars at stake every week out here on the World Poker Tour. And tonight's first place prize is the 2nd largest in the history of the World Poker Tour.
Big time money, and right now, right back on Eric Lindgren. And look at this, Mike, he's picked up Big Slick.
A big hand.
60.
He's going to come in for $60,000, 3 times the big blind.
Hung Law peeking down at 8-4 of clubs. Not interested.
Haralabos folds. As does Harley.
Ted Forrest quickly going out.
All right, around to Michael the Grinder. Mizrachi's picked up 2 queens, Vince.
Oh, man.
He is going to raise Eric Lindgren here.
160 more.
160,000 more. And folks, we can have big fireworks between the two chip leaders right now. Eric with ace-king, Michael with 2 queens. Let's see how Eric is going to play this ace-king.
One more chip.
Mizrachi, we've seen him play before. He plays very fast. Now look at Eric's going
You
to...
weren't kidding, huh?
He's going to get friendly with him.
You're right about that, Eric. He's not kidding. He's bet 220,000.
He's trying to get a read on his man.
Eric is just going to call, wants to see it flop before he commits all his chips here.
Nothing crazy for Eric Lindgren, but potential fireworks right now.
There we go.
At the Commerce Casino.
Well, nearly $500,000 in this pot right now. Notice Eric is staring at Michael rather than looking at the flop. 5-4-3 with 2 diamonds.
Gives Eric an inside straight draw, but of course we know Mizrachi out in front with the queens.
I'm all in.
He's all in. Vince, he's gone all in here.
He's going to plunge right into Eric's face.
You're an animal.
Eric says you're an animal.
You found out yesterday.
Right now, he thinks Michael's the tiger and he's the fresh meat here, and that's the situation.
He's pushing him around. Now Eric still has a shot. He has a miracle inside straight draw. He's got the ace-king.
It's over 900,000 to him here.
You can see the hand on May 25th.
He's going to lay it down here.
He gives a little fake and then wants to see the reaction.
And I got to give Eric credit there. Many players would have come over the top of Michael right there with ace-king before the flop. He recognized the situation. He was aware Michael was the chip leader.
Oh, you're right. That's a good point. If he was up against Haralabos, who has about 700,000, yes, I believe that he would have come over the top. Against the chip leader, if he loses that hand, he can go broke. He pulled back and just called it back.
What was it?
The point is, you got to be careful playing against a guy who has more chips than you do, because he's the one that can take you
No
out.
flush draw. No.
Michael Mizrachi doing his thing here.
Queens, two
and
queens,
folks,
two queens.
he's made this final table on the World Poker Tour
Queen,
for the
queens,
second
queens,
consecutive week. We saw him last week in Tunica. He's come back this week as chip leader, and to beat out over 500 of the best poker players in the world in 2 consecutive weeks is very impressive.
He's got a great passion for the game. This guy just pummels his opponents.
I don't know where to put all my chips.
Action on hung law.
We'll fix that. Yeah, I know.
Looks down at Jack 9. He throws it away.
Haralabos folds.
It's into Harley Hall. On the short stack, and he's going to flip the pancakes right here with ace-3 going all in.
I like this play with the ace.
Ted Forrest going out. Mizrachi out as well. The only one he has to beat right now is Eric Lindgren, who's looking down at a king 4.
Now, what he's looking at, Vince, is the pot odds he's getting, and it's about 2-1 on his money.
Imagine that. Exactly 2-1.
That is right. He'd love to bust this guy out, make him the 6th place finisher right now here in LA.
I need the chips.
I know you do. I can't. I don't think I can fold.
Remember the last pot, Eric laid down and got away from it because he was up against the chip leader. Here he can well afford to make this call because his opponent is on a short stack.
All right, let's gamble.
And he's going to make the call.
I got nothing.
Well, Eric has made the right call in terms of getting the right price on his money here. Let's see if he can get lucky.
He could bust him ace-3 versus king 4. Here we go with the flop. Hardly a slight favorite here. If he loses this, he'll be going back home.
An ace comes right up there for Harley Hall.
Spikes it right on the flop.
What that means is Eric Lindgren must catch 2 runners now.
I don't even know what I'm rooting for on the turn.
He must catch a card on 4th Street and against a river that help his hand if he wants to take out Harley Hall right now.
Here's 4th Street.
Well, a 7 comes off, so that's going to do it for Harley. He is going to double up right here.
Good hand, Harley.
Nice for Harley Hall. He doubles up. This is a guy that, he's been around the poker world for a long time. He's made some money. He took his poker winnings, invested in real estate, and has done quite well.
Thanks for leaving it up to me, boys.
Eric Lindgren has actually played 2 pots correct so far, even though he's lost them both.
Good job, Grinder.
But we see the former motocross racer putting some fuel in his tank right there.
That's right. He slipped the clutch. He goes into a different gear, and he survives. We're just getting underway here in Los Angeles. Stay tuned. We're coming back for more.
The World Poker Tour has paid out nearly $40 million this season. And tonight, we're handing out $5 million more. Don't go away. There's more exciting poker action from the Commerce Casino here on the World Poker Tour.
This is a true challenge, and I think I'm ready for it. I'm solely focused on poker right now. This is it. This builds towards the WPT title. Everything. Gotta win. Let's go.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. We're in Los Angeles, California at the Commerce Casino.
And Mike, it has been a poker feeding frenzy here all week, and the final 6 players are still circling that $1,850,000 first prize. Big bucks.
Action's on Harley Hall.
This time he looks down at 44, midlife crisis.
Well, he's still on the short stack, even though we double up the last pot. Let's see how he's going to play this hand. The question is, does he have enough now to make a bet?
Well, if he hadn't won that last hand, he definitely would have flung all in. But now that he's got some more change, he's thinking about massaging it looks like.
Well, you're right, Vince. He's going to bet $65,000 here.
Ted Forrest looking down at King 5, not interested.
The grinder folds.
Now it's around to Eric. He's got Jack Deuce. Nope. Now it's on Hung Law.
Well, Hung has picked up a pair of 3s. He's in a small blind here.
Well, Hung Law has been very patient so far. He's got some money invested already.
Got 10,000 out there. Cost him 55,000 more to call.
Look at Harley just staring this man down.
One thing Hung Law does know is that Harley's the only guy that he could play a pot against at the table and lose it and still not be eliminated.
Okay.
And he's going to call.
He just calls. Haralabos going out.
So here we go. A pot between the 2 short stacks. Hung Law with 2 3s. Harley Hall with 2 4s. Here comes a flop.
But it's an ace, queen, 10. All big cards, helps neither player.
Well, it's not a flop either one of them are going to like.
And Hung Law to act first. He checks it.
He gives the green light to Harley.
And now Harley's thinking, gee, is this guy trying to trap me here? Now we know if he actually just plunges ahead and just bets it, Hung Law can't possibly make this call. Now will he have the nerve to do it?
He's going to have to bet all those chips if he makes a bet. Does he want to commit them all here with 2 4s looking at that board?
He's slowed down. He's going to check it as well.
He's going to check. An 8 comes off on the turn. No help to either player.
I'm all in.
Hung Law goes all in. He's making the move first, and Harley quickly folding.
Well, an amazing play by Hung Law right there. He gave Harley the green light on the flop. Harley didn't go through it. Hung Law says, well, let me go through the light then here. He takes that pot away with the worst hand.
Oh, that's just brilliant poker by Hung Law, the 45-year-old. You know, when he's not playing, he actually works with his sister in a beauty supply store. I bet he has a hard time doing that while he's thinking about the big poker game.
Give Hung Law credit there, Vince. What a bold all-in play on the turn with just 2 3s, looking at 4 overcards.
Well, it's a great game of psychology. If you sense weakness, push ahead and make money doing that.
Action's on Michael Mizrachi.
The chip leader looks at a pair of jacks.
I wonder if chip leader Vince, he catches hand after hand here, looks like.
Raises the 60,000 into Eric Lindgren, but once again he gets big slick.
Same scenario as before. The grinder had 2 queens. Eric had ace king. He called him then. He's calling him again now.
Not going to get crazy with it. Hung Law quickly going out. Haralabos going out as well.
Harley folds.
Ted Forrest.
He gets out of the way too. So here we go again. Another pot between the grinder and the American Idol.
This is getting a little personal between these two. Here's the flop.
The flop is deuce, deuce, 8.
Just a nice one from Mizrachi.
Because he has the overpair. He's got the 2 jacks and he bets 100,000.
Michael bets 100,000.
Well, folks, this is something you don't see often. Chip leaders continuing to clash at a final table. Usually you try to stay out of the other guy's way, who's the chip leader. Not these guys. They are button heads.
Nothing materializing for Eric Lindgren with big slick, but he is not going away yet.
So he calls the $100,000 bet.
Oh, this is a mud fight. Here's the turn. He spikes an ace.
And Eric's timing is impeccable there. The grinder checks.
Just a beautiful card. Nice little hesitation here.
Well, he was hoping to catch the ace or the king. If indeed his ace king wasn't the best hand, he's caught it. Let's see what he does with it.
170.
Well, he bets 170,000.
A nice investment
170,000.
into Mizrachi. Now, is Mizrachi going to be stubborn? Does he believe Eric?
Well, he's getting out chips, though, Vince.
Look at that look.
You can tell he didn't like seeing the ace come off. But he's saying, would the guy really call 100,000 on the flop if he just had ace high? Does he have another small pair? Is he making a move here? Does he have a heart draw? The grinder trying to figure out what the correct decision is. You can see he's only got 2 outs, so he must catch a jack to have the best hand, but he doesn't know it.
Right now, Mizrachi just trying to read something off of Eric Lindgren.
Notice Eric just staring down at the center of the table. Not looking at the grinder at all right now. Michael, the grinder, Mizrachi makes a phenomenal laydown there. Shows the 2 jacks.
Nicely played. Did everything right. But look at that distrusting look.
And I tell you, we're seeing just sensational poker here, Vince. We saw the grinder make the raise before the flop, bet on the flop with the best hand. As soon as he had the worst hand, he checked and then threw his hand away. You just can't do it better than that.
We're even now. That's what we had last time, too.
This is good stuff. Almost $2 million for the winner. Stay tuned. We're coming back with more from Los Angeles here on the World Poker Tour.
The LA Poker Classic is the daddy of the daddios. Biggest action, biggest turnout, great structure, greatest casino in the world.
I love the city. The action here at the Commerce is amazing, so I couldn't wait to play a World Poker Tour here.
The LA Poker Classic is the largest event on the West Coast. This is the event that all players strive to win. If a player is fortunate enough, or I should say is good enough to win that event, they're really setting themselves up to be one of the poker greats.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. I'm Vince Van Patten with Mike Sexton. You are watching the $5 million LA Poker Classic.
Right now, our chip leader, Michael Mizrachi from Hollywood, Florida, with nearly $2.3 million in chips.
Well, he's going to take home close to $1.9 million. Action on Eric Lindgren right now.
Ooh, baby.
Looks down at just an awful 7 deuce, throws it away.
Hung Law looks down at a pair of 4s. The WPT cam brought to you by Michelob Amber Bach. Well, you remember earlier, Harley Hall had the 2 4s. Hung Law played against him and took the pot away from him. Let's see what he does with his 4s now. The last time we saw Hung Law at a final table on the World Poker Tour events, he virtually didn't play a pot hardly. Here today, he's getting in there sparring.
Well, he doesn't charge with the 4s. He just calls.
Yeah, he limps in, as we say, just calling the $20,000 big blind.
Aralibus out, Harley out. Now it's into Ted Forrest. Haven't seen too much action on Ted so far. He has ace-8, but he's going to make this call.
Well, he calls out of the small blind, and the grinder has Jack-10 and says, give us a flop. And there it is, Jack-5 deuce.
That's good for Mizrachi. He's hit his pair of jacks.
Well, Ted checks, and the grinder is going to bet the top pair here. 60,000.
Oh, boy, into Hung Law, who's saying I should have bumped it before the flop. Did not like this flop.
Well, most people like to see a flop with a small pair. You're hoping to flop 3 of a kind where you might double up or bust somebody. In this case, he didn't catch a 4 on the flop. So let's see what he's going to do with them. He opts to fold.
Ted quickly going out, and just like that, the grinder, Michael Mizrachi, taking another pot. But you know what I should say? There's no grinding in this man. He bombs him out. He is, a grinder in poker just sits there and waits and takes a little pot,
Yeah.
very conservative. No, I'm not going to call him a grinder because he is just body slamming this group right now. The body slammer.
After a 5th place finish last week in Tunica, Mississippi, Michael the Grinder Mizrachi is looking to grind out a 1st place win tonight. The last time we saw Michael Mizrachi, fate was not on his side.
Daniel has 1 out. He must catch the 8 of diamonds to win this pot. 8! It's an 8! Wow! Can you believe that? What bad luck for Michael Mizrachi right there.
Michael may have lost a fortune in Tunica, but his greatest treasure is at home.
Things that people don't know about me is that when I'm home, I like to be with the family, play with my son. I'm really happy, and I'm doing this for him. First comes the family, then comes the poker, and I just love, being with the family.
But away from the family, the grinder still has some unfinished business on the road.
No more bad beats tonight. Grinder's taking care of business, and everybody better watch out, because first place is coming my way.
By the way, the whole family plays poker. All there's sisters, there's brothers, everyone down there in Hollywood, Florida.
Well, when someone says ace is up, and I best I can
Action's going to be on Hung Law. He looks down at a Jack-8, folds.
Haralabus has been very quiet lately.
Well, yeah, you couldn't beat anything.
Not interested, and now it's on Harley.
Well, Harley Hall on the short stack has only 40,000 left. He moves all in with King, Queen of Hearts.
Ted quickly going out. Michael Mizrachi.
Well, Michael has ace-6 of hearts.
I call.
Yep, he's going to look him up. He's going to make this call.
Triple up.
And Eric's going to call out of the big blind with 7-4. So here we go, a chance for Harley Hall to triple up if he can get lucky here.
Max chips for Harley.
The big boys are going to gang up on Harley Hall. Will they be successful and knock him out?
Right now he's bobbing out in the ocean there, sending off that rescue signal. He needs help. And he's got an advance.
Yes,
a
he did.
king comes on the flop.
Just very nice for Harley.
Michael and Eric both check. Flop not helping either one of those guys.
Raise him, Harley.
Can Harley hang around? Here's the turn. It's a 5 of diamonds.
Now this gives Eric an inside straight draw. He needs a 6.
Mizrachi and Eric have checked.
Michael needs an ace. Otherwise, Harley Hall is going to triple up here.
So we're going to see the final card, the river card.
Well, it's a 3. Well, Michael checks.
Eric checks, turns it over.
So Harley Hall tripling up here to get right back in the hunt, Vince.
Yeah, Mr. Motocross, soft landing there for him. Triples up, hometown favorite.
Well, there you see Harley's mom and his family and friends cheering him on there. Boy, a lot of fans he's got here, Vince, pulling for him today.
This is an entrepreneur, a great poker player, 41 years old. Got to be excited. He's hanging in there.
Getting lucky. As a kid, I eat, sleep, breathe, drink motorcycles, and that's all I wanted to do is race motocross. But I think that's what actually has drawn me to tournament poker. I think that competitive thrill, that rush.
Vince, when you're at a final table of a World Poker Tour event, even if you're on the short stack, when you double up or triple up like Harley just did, you're feeling good.
Action's going to be on Ted Forrest.
Well, he looks down at King 8 of spade. He's under the gun, as we say, in first position, but he's going for chips here, Vince.
He's going to raise it.
He makes it 45,000, a smallish raise.
Now Mizrachi right behind him, a suited connector, 10-9 of clubs. He's called it.
Well, he's called it, and look at this. Eric Lindgren with 10-7 of hearts. He's also called it.
Hung Law quickly going out. Now it's around to Haralabus. He's got ace-7 of spades.
Yeah.
He wants action.
Well, he's in the small blind. He's going to call it also. And Harley Hall cost him 25,000 more to call, but a lot of money out there right now.
It is a very social pot so far.
Pretty good equity.
Harley with Queen 8 and a smile. He's saying it's pretty good equity.
I would guess so. Everybody else at the table in the pot here.
Someone said go for it.
I don't see what I can fold here.
What he's saying, I don't see how I can fold this hand, and I don't blame him. I'd call 2 in his spot. He does so. 5-way action in a raised pot, folks. Only one player out, Hung Low, the only guy out of the pot here.
All right, anything can happen. Here's our flop.
Well, flop comes ace-9 deuce.
That's nice for Haralabus. He's
Yes,
hit the
it
pair of
is.
aces, but he's going to check it.
Harley checks right behind him.
Now it is on Ted Forrest. Nothing hitting for him.
120.
He's going to represent an ace, as we say, Vince. He's leading out.
He's boldly betting this.
That's 120,000.
Now Michael Mizrachi's got a piece of it. He's got the 9s.
Yeah, he has second pair. He gives Ted respect and folds.
Now it's on Eric.
Look at Eric, suspecting larceny here. Wondering if he'd raise over the top, it would take it, but he opts to fold.
And now it's around to the man with the real hand, the pair of aces, Haralabus.
He's looking back to check on it to make sure they're still there. His problem is his kicker is not too big.
How many chips do you have left? About the same as me?
Well, Haralabus is asking questions to Ted.
Pretty close, probably.
If you're sitting at that table and the guy raised before the flop and bet on the flop with 5 players in the pot, you have to suspect he has aces and most likely a bigger kicker than yours.
Ted is going to have to sweat this out. And right now...
Ted going to the sunglasses, Vince.
Might be a little late for that.
Well, Hieronymus faced with a tough decision here. You can see the pain look in his face.
Well, he's been very patient so far tonight. He finally catches his aces, he checks it, and now he's in a precarious position.
Now notice Ted just staring across at Hieronymus, giving the impression he's strong.
Now, Hieronymus has also got to consider that there's a man on the left that's still involved in the pot, too.
I pass.
Well, he's going to lay it down, Vince.
Wow.
As does Harley Hall.
Brilliant move there by Ted Forrest, taking advantage of the position. But you know, you got to say it might be a little bit of a mistake for Hieronymus not to bet out, even though he was in first position. At least make a small bet. If someone comes over the top of you, perhaps, you can get rid of it. But at that point, he just gave too much credit to the guys in the lead position.
Nice bet, sir.
Thank you.
Gambler's gambler, Ted Forrest, brilliantly taking that pot. 6 still remain here in LA. Stay tuned. We're coming back for more.
We're at the Commerce Casino in Los Angeles, waiting to see who will be the next WPT millionaire. Don't go away.
People have called me Hararos, Halabalos, Halabalos.
In seat number 5, Harlobos Vulgaris.
It's Haralabos. It's not that hard.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. We're at the Commerce Casino, the largest poker room in the world, bar none, the LA Poker Classic.
All 6 of these players are still in the exact same chip position they were when they came to this final table. Still on the short stack, Harley Hall with about 60,000. Action's going to be on Hung Law.
8-6, he throws it away quickly. Hieronymus throws away a 6-3.
You're blind when I find it.
Harley Hall.
I'm all in.
On the short stack, going all in here with Jack 10. Might do the same thing with the Jack 10 right now. You just have to hope you're going to get lucky.
Ted Forrest going to throw away his Jack 9. Well, Mizrachi is out, but look at Eric Lindgren.
Let's look at it at the same time.
With a pair of 7s, quickly calling it down.
Yep. He's got the walking sticks, as we say.
Ooh. I'm happy with my hand.
If the 2 7s hold up, Harley Hall will be out in 6th place. It's a race situation, as we say, 2 overcards versus an under pair. Harley Hall must win this pot to stay alive. He's done so on 2 different occasions so far.
Can he do it again?
Here comes a flop. Oh, he's done it so far. It's come ace, jack, 5.
Hits the jacks on the flop.
How many lives has this guy got? The 3rd time he's been all in now.
Eric a little amused by that.
I own you.
Have to hire Tony Soprano to get rid of you.
Hard to kill.
Right now, Eric Lindgren needing a 7 here.
Other route, but a 7.
There's the turn. It's a 4. No help for Eric.
+3.
So what that means is Eric Lindgren must find the 3rd 7. He's got to hit the slot machine. Can he do it?
John Elway.
Last card coming up.
It's a 9. So again, Harley Hall doubles up to stay alive in this competition.
Man, he gets his money's worth out of these tournaments. His fan base looking like the Family Feud. All clapping it up, enjoying this moment. Harley Hall hanging in there.
I just found me a soft spot on the table.
Sure did. Soft-hearted.
I shouldn't start needling you until I have chips, I guess.
Soft-hearted spot.
And Vince, the guy who started out this final table as chip leader, Michael Mizrachi, still the chip leader.
That is true, Mike. But, you know, we have seen chip leaders with huge leads. They just blow it in one hand. Boom, they're out of the tournament.
Well, Vince, that's because they need to learn the basic rules and strategies of how to play a monster stack. And that's what Shauna Hyatt is about to show us in this week's Poker Corner.
There's nothing better than being a chip leader in a tournament. And there's nothing worse than blowing it all.
Everybody's lost a huge chip lead, and when you do, you feel sick.
So once you've acquired a massive amount of chips,
Oh my God, I'm alive!
how do you keep them?
If you have a big stack, you should be pretty comfortable. You know, you should kick back, relax,
have patience, and look for the right opportunity to do a little dancing.
One time! A lot of people, when they get a big stack, just feel like it's their duty to be involved in every hand because they have the chips, they can afford to lose, and they kind of play it too aggressively.
That's what usually happens to me. I acquire a lot of chips, and then I just spin out of control.
So if you can gain control, how do you take command?
You have a potential weapon. You've got a tool that they all fear. Everyone else at your table knows you can put them out in one hand. You can push people around, take advantage of situations, and use it to accumulate more chips. So it's a great place to be.
Oh, no.
That's a bad beat, man.
Don't worry, baby. In the next half an hour, 3 million.
Well, there you see how to play a monster stack at the final table. What we're watching here, Vince, is how to play a short stack. That's done by Harley Hall so far. So good for him.
Where's my other card?
Okay, back to the table. Haralabos quickly going out.
Around to Harley now. He looks down at 2 ducks. He's still on the short stack.
Come on in.
He's going all in with them.
He's going to play it strong, no doubt. Ted Forrest quickly going out. Now Michael Mizrachi's got a pair of jacks, and he quickly calls the man.
Well, you can't blame him for that. Eric folds, as does Hung Law. So right now, Harley Hall up against it. For him to win his 4th all-in situation at this final table, he's going to need a lot of luck, Vince.
Jacks versus deuces.
We're going to go to plan B, Linda. I'm due for a suck out.
We're starting to engrave the tombstone here for Harley Hall, but you never know. 5 cards to come.
Right now, Harley Hall is going duck hunting, folks. He's got to find a deuce or some form of a straight or flush to stay alive.
2 ball. 2 ball. Nobody had a deuce?
41 years old, his family in the audience.
Need a 2.
Can he hang tough? Here's the flop.
Well, flop is 7-6-5 with 2 clubs.
Not good for Harley so far.
I'm sorry. I'm going to suck out on him.
Harley Hall got to have a deuce to stay alive in this tournament.
Needs the miracle. It's not. It's a 5 of diamonds on the turn. He's a railbird waiting to happen.
He has got to find himself a duck and find it right now. Otherwise, Harley Hall will be on the motorcycle out of here in 6th place.
Here it comes.
Nope, he doesn't do it. A 4 comes off. So there you have it. A fine performance this week by Harley Hall. He is going to take home nearly $155,000 for his efforts there.
An excellent poker player, Harley Hall, walking away.
Was always on the short stack here at this final table. Stayed alive on 3 occasions. Struck out the 4th time he was all in.
So Harley, you were a 6th place finisher. You came in low chips, but you were coming back a little. Were you getting hopeful?
You always get hopeful as soon as you double up the first time, and we were so short we needed to double up a couple of times. So you just pick a spot and go, and you know it's been fun, and I had nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I'm supposed to go out 6th.
So the grinder and his buddies out there, very happy.
We are down to 5 at the LA Poker Classic. Stay tuned. We're coming right back here on the World Poker Tour. We're at the Commerce Casino in Los Angeles for the LA Poker Classic, and 5 remain.
And Michael Mizrachi, the guy who started this final table with a chip lead, still our chip leader with about 2.3 million in chips, and no other player has $1 million. So Michael in great shape right now.
Back to the green felt. Hung Law looks down to 10-8 offsuit, throws it away.
Haralabos folds.
Ted Forrest with the button, doesn't want any part of it. He goes out.
Oh, here comes the grinder out of the small blind with Queen Jack. He's going to raise Eric Lindgren here. Makes it 80,000 to go.
Just exuding confidence. Michael Mizrachi.
Now Eric has looked down and found a pair of 5s here. We actually can see how he plays these.
Well, this bitter feud between these two guys just continuing. Let's see how aggressive Eric Lindgren gets with the pair of 5s. He's just going to call it.
Well, we've seen him be very conservative so far. Looks to me like Eric is just avoiding playing a big pot with Michael if he can help it.
Look at this. Once again, Mizrachi hits top pair queens.
He does. He's made a lot of hands, hit a lot of flops. He comes firing out there, 200,000.
Eric Lindgren with his little pair of fives.
Well, they shrink up when your opponent bets 200,000 at you.
You become very sheepish when that happens.
Especially when there's a couple overcards out there.
Now he's thinking to himself, I should have maybe gotten aggressive before the flop. Maybe I could have gotten this monster out on my right.
Well, there's a good chance he would have done so had he made a big raise before the flop, but on the flop he makes the correct decision and folds the hand, and the grinder just grinding away. Last week on the World Poker Tour we pointed out, you know, we thought we'd see him again. Little did we know we'd see him the very next week come in here as chip leader, but what talent this guy has at 24 years of age.
It's got to be exciting for the 24-year-old Michael Mizrachi, and right now if he wins this event, he'll actually move up to third place on the World Poker Tour all-time money winners.
Well, that's right. He'll trail only Daniel Negreanu and Martin McNafe in that category. On the other hand, if Eric Lindgren wins tonight, he moves up to number 2 all-time on the World Poker Tour money list.
Just incredible. And right now, Eric looks down to Queen 8 of clubs.
He's getting out raising chips, Vince. He is going to raise it. Makes it 60,000 to go.
Yes, he does.
Raising under the gun with Queen 8.
Roth run away his 6-3.
Oralibus.
He's got a Jack Deuce offsuit. He's not interested. Ted Forrest. This time with Ace-4 in the small blind.
I'm all in.
Oh boy, he's going all in with just Ace-4. Mizrachi quickly folding, and Eric shows him respect.
Well, that just shows you the great poker instincts that Ted Forrest has. Even though his hand wasn't that strong, he just sensed Eric was trying to make a move. He sees nothing's gone right for Eric so far today. In fact, you know, Eric is like a hot air balloon, Vance, going up. The problem is he's got a hole in his canvas right now.
Well, I tell you, Ted Forrest just manipulating Eric Lindgren right there. Eric a little punchy from this.
With that last pot, he has gone to the short stack in this field.
That is correct. Now it's on Hung Law in first position. He's got Ace-10. And he looks like he's getting some chips out.
Right. He says he's going to raise it.
Looks like a $50,000 raise going up to 80.
80,000.
Makes it 80,000 to go.
Aralibus throws away his 6-3.
Round to Ted. He folds. Michael quickly folds.
Now it's on Eric Lindgren. He's got a nice starting hand. Ace-9 of hearts.
Well, he's got 30,000 out there. Cost him 50,000 more to call. Hung Law with just slightly more chips.
Hung Law just has him slightly pipped too. Ace-10 versus Ace-9. A potential disaster here for Eric, but he's going to make the call.
So right now, Eric with Ace-9, Hung Law with Ace-10. Comes a flop. Ooh, flop is Ace-5-3.
Boy, they both hit aces.
Now that is potential disaster. Eric checks.
The second card, the kicker card for Hung Law at this point in front. Hung Law taking his time. He's going to milk this a little bit.
You'd think a guy that raised before the flop and hit an ace on the flop like this would fire quickly.
But 100.
Here comes the bet.
The 100,000.
He wants to suck Eric in like cat hair.
Vance, will that long delay by Hung Law throw Eric off a little?
He is outkicked at this point. He's going to give the action. He's made this call. Hung Law looking back at him.
So off to 4th Street we go.
Oh,
another ace comes off.
They both got 3 of a kind.
But Hung Law's kicker is higher. He's leading right now with the Ace-10. And the problem for Eric is once that ace comes on the board, it seems less likely to you that your opponent will have an ace.
Eric checks it.
I'm all in.
And look at this. Hung Law's bet. He's gone all in, and Eric quickly calls.
Yep, he quickly calls. Suspecting his 3 aces might be good.
And Lindgren, 2-time World Poker Tour champ, is in a bad place. Very close to being body bagged.
He is down for the 9 count. To dodge the 10 count, he must catch a 9, which will win him the pot, or a 5 or a 3, which will get him a split out of this.
You have 4 and 500? Yeah, shoot. He's got more.
He stands up. He knows he's in dire straits right now to stay alive in this tournament. Just nothing going right for Eric so far today.
We need a miracle.
Certainly if he gets lucky and catches a card here, maybe he'll right the ship. If not, he'll be man overboard.
5.
Bet 100. I had a feeling I was in trouble.
And they're counting it up to see who had more money.
Barely to cover you. 500.
Hung Law does have him covered, so this could be it. But Eric would love to catch that miracle 9.
A 5 or a 3 will get him a split. Anything else, he'll be reporting to the rail.
Well, let's sit down. It's coming.
The WPT Player of the Year says it's coming. Let's see if it is.
I don't want to beat him. Just 5.
Last card coming up is the miracle card. Will it be?
Well, no, but it's a jack.
The great Eric Lindgren got to walk away our 5th place finisher, $206,000. Always a gentleman.
Vince, all you can say is today was just one of those days. We've had him a number of times. Just doesn't matter what you do. Nothing goes right. They started pummeling him right from the beginning. They never let up. Just was not Eric Lindgren's day today.
We are down to 4 in LA. Stay tuned. We're coming back with more on the World Poker Tour.
Welcome back to the LA Poker Classic, where commerce means big cash. I'm Shauna Hyatt, and here's a recap of the action so far.
In a game full of guts and gusto, short stack Harley Hall managed to double and triple up early on.
Have to hire Tony Soprano to get rid of you.
But ran out of gas when he ran into Michael Mizrachi's pocket jacks. Ted Forrest and the Grinder took shots at Player of the Year Eric Lindgren. But it was poker pro Hung Law who hummed the American Idol out to dry. 2 down, 3 to go. Can a young Greek philosopher outthink 3 former WPT finalists? Or will experience pay off with a nearly $2 million first place prize?
Now back to the 2 men who really know poker, Mike Sexton and Vince Van Patten.
We are down to 4.
We just saw 2-time World Poker Tour champion Eric Lindgren eliminated from this competition. And Vince, it just seemed like Eric was trying to run a marathon on jello legs tonight. His legs finally just gave way.
Well, you might be right, but down on the felt, it's up to Ted Forrest. This time Ted looks down at a pair of 10s wired up.
Well, just a powerful hand in a 4-handed game.
70,000.
Ted is going to raise it. He's going to bet 70,000.
Oh, and look at this. Michael Mizrachi's got the double rulers, the pair of kings, the Kokomos.
Unbelievable the cards this guy's catching tonight, Vince.
What a time to catch.
2 kings right here. He's going to raise, Ted. Yep, makes it 240,000 it looks like.
He is loaded up. Hung Law with a 10-8. Throws it away.
Aralibus folds.
Take the 70s in.
Now it is back on Ted Forrest. 10s versus kings.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get away from 2 10s in a 4-handed game, even if you're up against the chip leader.
How's Ted going to play it? Is he just going to call? Is he going to raise?
Well, he's only going to have about 500,000 left if he makes the call.
I'm going to raise.
Oh, potential misstep by Ted Forrest. He will be dominated by Michael Mizrachi.
Everything.
Yeah, Michael quickly calls him with 2 kings. He jumps out of his chair. He sees he's in a dominating position right now. And he is loving the moment right here, right now.
Ted needs a lot of luck. We've seen him on the World Poker Tour before. A great player right now in a bad place up against the grinder, Michael Mizrachi.
Here comes a flop. Well, flop comes Queen 9-9.
Does not help Ted at this point.
Now Ted needs to catch a 10 or a running jack and an 8 to win this pot.
Mizrachi's kings out in front. 2 cards to come. Young 24-year-old from Hollywood, Florida wants to extend his lead. He can bust out the great Ted Forrest. Here comes the turn. It's a deuce of spades.
So right now, Ted Forrest must catch Ren 10-10 to stay alive. If he wants to keep barking in this tournament, he better find a 10 here on the river.
There are no more moves. The money is all in.
This can happen again.
Here's the final card.
Well, it's an ace.
That's going to do it.
And back-to-back hands, Michael the Grinder Mizrachi has taken out Eric Lindgren and Ted Forrest and is in total command of this tournament with 3 players left.
And Ted Forrest, the gentleman, shakes a few hands and gets the heck out as fast as he can. He is deeply disappointed. You can't blame him.
Just unfortunate for him that Michael Mizrachi picked up yet another hand. Vince, you may have to change his nickname from Grinder to Card Rack. This guy is catching him tonight.
I ran into a real hand.
Grinder found himself with 2 kings, which he's found a real hand like kings are better a lot this tournament. But Hong and Haralabos are also playing real strong. If they double through him once, you know, they've got a good chance. Right now, my money would be on the Grinder.
It was a tough table, wasn't it?
Very tough.
Well, a couple of the big guns being shot down here. Eric Lindgren and Ted Forrest out right now. Michael Mizrachi in total command here with over 3.8 million in chips.
And the price of poker going up. Ante's 5,000. Blind's going to be 25 and 50. A $1.9 million first prize at stake. Action on Mizrachi.
And he folds.
Throws away Jack 8 now. Hung low with an ace 3 in the small blind.
He opts to just call with an ace in his hand.
Going to play it sneaky now. Haralabos.
He checks. He says, give us a flop here.
He's got 8-6 offsuit.
Many players would raise with the ace. Hung low, opting to just call and see a flop. Flop comes queen 10-7.
Hung is checked. And Haralabos with the inside straight draw and nothing more. Looks like he's ready to load up here.
I'm all in.
Well, he's all in, Vince. He could have taken a free card off for that gut shot straight. Instead, he opted to move all in and pick up that pot.
That is just a bungee jump there by Haralabos, who throughout this whole event tonight has been playing very cautious. He enters the party very late, but very aggressive. Haralabos Vulgaris from Winnipeg, Canada. Well, it is testosterone time here in L.A.
Action on Haralabos here. He looks down at ace-5 of spades. He's gone all in, Vince.
Oh, yes.
Well, he has not only changed gears, he has put the throttle all the way to the front.
Now right behind him, Mizrachi's got a pair of 6s, and he's called it down.
He's called him with the 2 6s.
Hung Law going out.
Hung Law loving this right now. And he'll be pulling for Michael's 2 6s to hold up, because that means he'll move up $500,000 in real money with a shot to win this title and another $1 million.
Did Haralabos move just a little too fast? We will find out. I mean, you can't blame him. Ace-5 of spades in a 3-handed game with the button, short stacked.
Everything has gone Michael's way so far today. Right now, he's the favorite to take out Haralabos. Will his good fortune continue?
Sit down for this.
Well, we got 2 20-somethings going at it for the big title. The Grinder in a nice place to eliminate Haralabos.
Poker